last fire will rise. The last fire will rise behind those eyes. Black house will rock. Blind boys don't lie. Immortal fear. That voice so clear.
Hello YouTubers! So from my outfit today, some of you may have a good guess as to what I'm talking about today. For those of you that don't know, yes, this is another Last Night on Earth video. For those of you who are familiar with the game, you'll recognize the outfit I'm wearing as sort of a Jake Cartwright the Drifter outfit. So today I wanted to talk about one of the web supplements that you can buy. It's the Radioactive Grave Dead supplement. And I don't know that you'll necessarily be able to get a good look at this here, so I'll try to get a picture to show you in the video. So the Radioactive Grave Dead. Now, to explain what they are, first of all, the coolest thing about this is that you get a set of crystal green zombies, which are the Grave Dead. So the cool thing about the Grave Dead, they basically the Radioactive Grave Dead, sorry, are it's just like the Grave Dead, how you roll for a certain power, except in this case they always get the same power, and their power is that they're radioactive. So to kind of just sum it up quickly, their special rules are that any hero in a space with one or more radioactive Grave Dead rolls one less fight dice than normal. When the radioactive Grave Dead are killed, when you kill one of those zombies, one of the clear green zombies, instead of being removed from the board entirely, you either can just lay them flat on their back, or lay them down, or you can actually use the little the little ooze spills tiles that came with Growing Hunger. And the idea is that while that is there, it's the same effect. Any hero, in a space with that spill, still rolls one less fight dice. The heroes are able, if they want to use a fire item, to burn away that spill, and then that removes the effect. Now, along with the crystal green zombies, you also get a scenario that comes along with this, and it's called It Fell from the Sky. Now, this scenario is 16 turns. The special rules are that for the zombies, they get zombie auto spawn, and they get the radioactive Grave Dead, which are the crystal green zombies that came with this supplement. The heroes get hero replenish, and hero starting cards 1. Now, the scenario objectives. Place the meteorite marker in the center space of the town center board. If you do not have the Growing Hunger expansion, use the tractor marker instead, as it has plowed up the radioactive space rock. Any hero whose start location is not on the board instead starts the game in a random building. Heroes that enter play mid-game always start in a random building. When placing starting zombies during setup, the zombie player or players may place any radioactive Grave Dead spawned in the same space with the meteorite. Note that this only applies during setup and only to the Grave Dead. The heroes must do 12 wounds to the meteorite to destroy it and win the game. The meteorite is targeted just as though it were a zombie. There are 3 ways to wound the meteorite: ranged attacks, explosives, or hand-to-hand. Anytime the meteorite would be hit or killed by a ranged attack, it takes 1 wound. Any explosive that hits the meteorite does d6 wounds to it instead. In other words, you would roll a die, and that's the number of wounds that you do. A hero in the same space as the meteorite during their fight zombies phase may roll their fight dice against it after fighting any zombies there. For each fight dice roll of 5 or 6, the meteorite takes 1 wound. Any hero that begins their turn in the same or adjacent space as the meteorite must roll a d6. If they are adjacent to it, the hero takes a wound on the roll of 1. If they are in the same space as the meteorite, the hero takes a wound on the roll of 1 or 2. Zombies win by preventing the heroes from reaching their goals, or by standard victory conditions for dead heroes, etc. So the scenario search items in this case are any explosive or any fire item, and you can see they give you a little tracker to track the wounds to the meteorite. So another cool addition to my personal gaming experience is my best friend Chris, that I've known since like probably the first grade. Actually, I always had told him that I really stink at shuffling cards. I've never been very good at shuffling cards. And actually, the cards that you get in Last Night on Earth are particularly thick, so they're very hard to shuffle. So for me, for somebody who can't shuffle at all, these are even harder. So he actually got me for Christmas an automatic card shuffler, which I thought was really cool. So I've got that set up here, and I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, so as you can see, what you do is you basically split the deck in half, and then there's two sides to the shuffler here. You load them up. Now this, it's good for up to 4 decks of regular playing cards, so you can imagine this can hold quite a bit. It has this little tray, and what you do, you see that's going to hold the cards, so you slide that in, and then you've got the 2 cards on the side. There's this lever that you're going to press. And there you can see it shuffles them for you. So, in my personal opinion, this is definitely a very awesome addition to the game. I mean, I am absolutely crazy for miniatures, so I mean, the fact that you get, the crystal green radioactive grave dead zombies is just awesome. That alone is enough. But this scenario is awesome too. It's an awesome addition. I absolutely love it. It's definitely one that I recommend you pick up. It's one that I would say that. I would say pick up Growing Hunger first, because you technically can play this without having Growing Hunger, but you're supposed to have Growing Hunger with it because there's a few of the things that kind of go along with it. Excuse me. And in case you're wondering, actually, also the dot system that comes along with Growing Hunger, that you can actually use the radioactive grave dead in other scenarios. They cost 3 dots. So if you've seen my other video, or if you're familiar with the game, the dot system was introduced in Growing Hunger, and you can use that to add certain special rules to even existing scenarios. So as I was saying, this is definitely one I highly recommend. I absolutely love the crystal green miniatures. I absolutely love It Fell from the Sky, this scenario. It's a great addition to the game, one I highly recommend if you have it. Okay, YouTubers, thank you. Have a nice day.